liaison to the Membership Development Division, and I really look forward to working with all of you this year. If you have any questions about the division that crop up after this webinar, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm in the staff listing on the ACCE website, or I can be reached at smcguire@acce.org. That's smcguire@acce.org. So this afternoon, I just wanted to mention a few things. First, our National Sales Training Conference, just a little reminder about that. It'll take place this year in San Diego, California on March 26th and 27th. It'll feature speakers on a variety of sales and membership topics suitable for both new and seasoned membership representatives. To learn more about the conference, you can go to our home page and then scroll down to the National Sales Training box. Click on that box to find out more about registering, booking a hotel room, or for information on our speakers and session schedule. You'll see that the deadline for getting the discounted hotel rate is March 3rd, so you can register for the conference later than that, even on site, but the block rate ends on March 3rd, so just keep an eye on that. If you aren't able to participate in the sales conference, we will be recording the sessions and offering them for purchase online through our ACCE University online offerings. You can find those offerings, all of ACCU, including free webinars, by clicking on Professional Development and then on the ACCE University Online title. Scroll down that page and you'll see a whole column of recorded webinars and e-courses on membership topics. You can also see links to recordings of past sales conferences on the left-hand column of the page. So we will add the recordings from the 2015 sales conference to this list within a month or so after the conference is over. So sooner if I can make it happen, but about a month after. And then speaking of recordings, while we're on this page, we will, as Sarah indicated, we will be recording this webinar and posting it on this very same page. We'll also post a copy of our ACCE Fast Facts Guide along with the recording. That guide provides links to some of the information that Sarah will be sharing today, so no worries if you've missed anything. You can record the recording at your leisure, and it should be up on the website within the next day or so. Next, I want to just give a little reminder about our annual sales contest. You can find information about that also on our website by clicking on Professional Development, and then Awards, and then on Sales Contest. Quarter 3 numbers, the number of individual sales and the total dollar amount of those sales, are due by March 8th, 2015 for the time period December 1 through February 28th. You can submit those numbers by clicking on the page where it indicates Submit Your Third Quarter Numbers here. And you can also see the current standings by scrolling down and clicking on the bullet point dues category headings. Third, I wanted to let you all know that we'll be sending around our February 2015 edition of our Membership Development Division e-newsletter at the end of this week or at the very beginning of next. It will contain links and information about online membership resources we have here at ACCE, so please take a look out for that. That newsletter will also contain a link to a survey we're conducting of the types of membership services being offered at our chambers. We'll share the results of that survey with participants after the survey's closed. If you're signed up to receive membership development information, you've already received that survey, but our newsletter will contain another link to it in case you haven't had a chance to respond. We'll accept responses through Tuesday, February 17th. And we send out that e-newsletter about 4 times a year. Finally, if you'd like to sign up for the Membership Development Division and you haven't done so yet, that's real easy to do. You'll get these types of updates and information. You can do that by first logging into our website on the home page using your username and password. And then you'll want to click on the menu title right by the search box. Then you'll go down to My Account and click on that. And then you'll click on My Membership, and then click on Update My Personal Information. So you'll click on that and scroll down that page to Professional Interest Areas, and you want to click on Edit. And then you can click or unclick any area you're interested in. You'll see the Membership Development Division community there. After you've clicked or unclicked, then you click Save at the bottom, and you're good to go. And while you're at it, we also wanted to make sure that you know how to record your email preferences correctly. So you want to go back to Menu and My Account, and then on Update My eCommunications Preferences. And then at the bottom of the page, click on Edit My Preferences. You'll see your preferences there, so click on Edit if you want to change them. And that's the way you can opt out of any of these subject matters listed there. And then when you're done, you just click on Save My Preferences, and you're done. So that's it for me right now. As I said, I really look forward to working with you all this year, and I will hand it back to Sarah.
Great. Thanks, Susan. And as Susan mentioned, you will need your login to access my account. And if you don't have your login, you can actually, when you come to our website, you'll see this login option right here. If you don't know it, you can get your login password. We have a recall option, or you can just email HERO, HERO, at acce.org for your login information. So I'll go ahead and log back in, because many of the resources we are seeing today that we'll be showing you are login dependent. So as Susan mentioned, with our professional development and our networking options, we have several divisions that you can sign up for. Today we'll be showing you more specific resources under the Membership Development Division, including our set of Chamberpedia pages. But before I go into that, I just wanted to give you a little quick tour about our sections on About ACCE, and then what else you can find in Professional Development and Networks. So just a quick mention, under About, you can always access the ACCE staff roster here. As Susan mentioned, she's listed in there. Our emails, our phone numbers, and who we are listed, as well as being able to look at our board of directors, the history of ACCE, Horizon investors, and history strategic plan as well. We also have a membership directory under our members, as well as the ACCE member logo, which you can download and include on your correspondence or your website. And we also have our ACCE business directory under About. And then under professional development, we just invite you to look at all the different areas that we have available, including convention, which is Montreal in 2015 in August coming up, as well as some session handouts that are available from our last convention in Cincinnati. And then as Susan mentioned a little bit ago, we have ACCE University Online, as well as more information about our awards, including Chamber of the Year, the CCE Certified Chamber Executive Program. And then we also have links to our upcoming events, and as Susan mentioned, the sales training, but we also include things like our upcoming webinars. You can also access previously recorded webinars here. Then of course we have JobWatch, our ACCE store, and then a volunteer portal. And then under networks, just point out we have our community peer groups. These are groups that are open to CEO members or leaders within these specific areas. We also have divisions, as Susan mentioned, Membership Development Division, and we'll talk about that very soon, as well as a mentor program, and then another link to our member directory. So from the divisions, I'm just going to click on Membership Development Division, and we're going to head over to the Chamberpedia pages. So you can see on the Membership Development Division, this is also another way to just get connected as far as networking. If you click on any of these concentric circles, you will see who is involved in the Membership Development Division, and these lists provide both the emails and contacts and titles, telephone numbers for anyone in those specific roles in this Membership Development Division. So we'll click back on that. Then you can also see our LinkedIn groups for this division. The LinkedIn groups, as many of you may know, we have a main LinkedIn group for ACCE, and then the divisions also have their own LinkedIn groups. So you can see membership sales LinkedIn group and a Young Professionals Networking group on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great way to ask questions, get even more feedback. If you're not finding resources on ACCE's website, which we have many, and I'll show you those, but LinkedIn is a great discussion area, so you can just query other members for what they're doing in membership areas. So right now we'll dive into Chamberpedia, and I'm sure many of you have used or at least heard about Chamberpedia. Chamberpedia is actually part of the information portal. I'm going to back up for just 1 second and click on that information portal so you'll get to see, this is our landing page. Again, HERO is Help Expertise Resources Online. And part of HERO includes Chamberpedia, which is an encyclopedia of chamber resources. And it's basically a one-stop shop. It's the place where you can go to access all of ACCE's resources in one fell swoop. So I'll show you that very specifically. We'll also talk today about the samples library and how to search for membership-specific samples. We also have toolkits and Chamber Executive Magazine, as well as another link to ACCE University. And then today we'll also talk about dynamic chamber benchmarking and how to use this platform to obtain membership statistics. This is a free system that you can use with your ACCE login, and so I'll be showing you that more specifically. I will go now back to the Chamberpedia section. And you can see the overarching topics that we have available. Membership is listed right here. And within membership, we have several different areas. So we do include some basic general information about membership research and resources, including another link to our membership development division, how to obtain this membership statistics from the operations survey and dynamic chamber benchmarking, as well as a link to our popular chamber revenue models white paper. This is a free download, and it includes all different kinds of revenue streams, including dues models. Specific membership topics that we have available include communicating value, and communicating value is a page where you can find links to the Shapiro report, which is, the title is Real Value of Joining a Local Chamber of Commerce. And that most recent one was 2012. That's just filled with statistics that chambers can use to really communicate the value, how you can talk to your businesses in your community and prove the worth and value of your chamber. And then below that, we also have Shapiro Report marketing examples that are listed in our ACCE samples library. And so I'll just scroll down a little bit. That page opened up a tiny bit smaller. So you can see we have the keyword already pre-linked up here, and you will see Shapiro reports, Shapiro Report marketing examples. And we'll talk a little bit more about samples in a minute, but samples are basically working documents that we've collected from chambers across the country and Canada and the world that you can use for your own chambers. You can adapt, adopt, and make it your own. So samples are downloadable documents. Often they are PDFs, Microsoft Word, sometimes Excel, sometimes image files, sometimes PowerPoints, and so forth. So I'll back up one. We were on the communicating value page. I'll back up to some of the other pages we have listed under membership development division, including the dues models. This is a page, actually two separate pages that we've created that list fair share dues models and tiered dues. So I'm going to just click on the fair share dues and show you an example of how we have collected several sample fair share dues schedules. And these links actually come right from our samples library. So if I click on that, this will go to a sample that you can download. And go back one to the tiered dues, same thing. You can click on this to view several different examples of tiered dues. We have several in here, and I'll click on the billings chamber. That should open right up into samples there. And again, this one is gives you the chamber name. If we want to click on to the sample to just download it, we can definitely do that. That's a PDF file that just downloaded instantly. You will need, again, your ACCE username to log in and access the samples downloads. So you can view these as many different examples of fair share and tiered dues. If you have, if your chamber has a sample that you'd like to contribute to any of these pages or to our samples library, we definitely welcome that. We are always looking for samples, and you can email us at hero, H-E-R-O, at acce.org to submit any sample or any working document. Specifically, we are looking for membership policies and membership plans, as well as we're always looking for new dues models as well. A few other areas I'll show you. We have a fairly new page on membership orientation, and this was a direct idea generation that came from a thread on LinkedIn called New Member Packs. And so we generated this page based on much of the feedback that we were hearing from the LinkedIn group. So it was a great way to share and then re-communicate this information. So those are all membership orientation examples from chambers across the country. We also have a fairly new page on membership policies and procedures. As I mentioned, we are looking for policies from your membership department. If you have examples to add, we certainly welcome that. So there are a number of different policies that have been addressed across the country, and you can download those from that section, as well as recruitment and retention pages. And of course, those are extremely tied. So we do have several sample chamber recruitment programs listed. If you have a recruitment program that you'd like to add, again, we would very much welcome that. We also include sample recruitment brochures and letters, as well as recruitment programs in action. Again, I mentioned that Chamberpedia is a one-stop shop. This is a place where you can go to access samples, research, blog postings, articles, and books. Many of these articles are from Chamber Executive Magazine, and we also include previous convention and seminar resources on our Chamberpedia pages, as well as ACCE University offerings and previously recorded webinars. We also include external resources, and then we cross-link to related Chamberpedia pages. And then we'll just take a look at the retention page real quick here. And here's an example where we tied in our research. You can download the membership retention statistics, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. And a few more retention programs in action, sample policies, plans, and more. So these are all downloadable, all points you can get from this section. We also have a membership sales section here, some examples of brochures and marketing and membership drives, as well as referral programs. Referral programs has been fairly popular discussion, again, in LinkedIn, and so we've collected several examples of chamber referral programs. There's, as you know, you are the experts in this field, there are many different kinds of referral programs, and this page just is a collection of those different kinds of offerings. So an idea, a place to either contribute or review different programs. And I do want to mention that each of the Chamberpedia pages you can comment on, and you can, if you click on edit, it will take you to a form that you can submit any kind of change or addition or a document from your chamber. You can also rate each and every Chamberpedia page. You can also do that with samples. So each of these pages are fairly interactive, and then we also list our email here. And I do want to mention that there are a couple of ways you can search for this data. So we, again, have the Chamberpedia topics, and we were just looking at the membership page, but you can also use our search box at the top, as well as an advanced search here. And then we also have a Topics A to Z section in our information portal, which lists all of the Chamberpedia pages and ACCE resources A to Z. So it gives you several different options to access and find data. We also have a service that I'll mention is called Ask ACCE, and many of you have probably used that. That is part of the information portal. You can click on it from menu, or you can click on it from information here. And the Ask ACCE service is a virtual reference desk. And so you can call us, you can email us, you can use our contact form to make sure your question goes to our most appropriate staff member. And then we also have frequently asked questions, so many different resources there for you. I do want to pop over into our samples library and just give you a quick example of, you can use this when you only want to find example documents from chambers. So if we want to take a look at all the different dues examples that we have in the samples library, we can do that right here. So I just scroll down, browse by dues, hit go, and we have many different examples of tiered membership or tiered and fair share dues listed here. Again, this is something you could download, click on the link, and that pops up into a PDF. Many examples that you can actually adapt and adopt for your own chamber. And if you can also do a keyword search. We're just going to do one on membership survey for an example here. So you'll be able to see all the different membership surveys. This is another area that we're seeking your examples in. If you have run a recent membership survey, we would love to add that to our samples library. So you can send that as a Word doc or a PDF. And if you also have reports from how you've used your membership survey data, we would also welcome that for our samples library. So I mentioned samples library. I do want to just go back real quick to the information portal. As I mentioned, that everything, toolkits, chamber exec, ACCE University, samples are all in Chamberpedia, and our dynamic chamber benchmarking, our research, our quick polls, all of those are incorporated into Chamberpedia as a one-stop shop. But I do want to show you dynamic chamber benchmarking. And let's see, we're going to go to the dashboard here. Dynamic chamber benchmarking is a new platform that you can use to complete your chamber profile, the operations survey section, which is where membership statistics are, as well as the salary survey. And the salary survey is only open to CEOs or their designated staff. So you can log in to Dynamic Chamber Benchmarking. If you are not a CEO, you will see Chamber Profile and Operations Survey. We are in the data collection period for fiscal year 2014, and if you submit your fiscal year 2014 data by February 27th, you are entered into a drawing for one free attendance to ACCE's convention in Montreal, as well as being applicable to apply for Chamber of the Year Award. And again, that deadline date is February 27th, so we are asking for your participation to add your fiscal year 2014 numbers for Chamber Profile, Operations Survey, and for CEOs to add your salary survey data. But in the Operations Survey section, once you have your data in, you can actually go in and view the different modules that we have, and the Chamber members, membership statistics is in this module here. And so we can view different data as well as downloading reports and charts. I have a report that's already populated here. When you're in reports and charts, you can set different filters to compare your chamber with. And I already have a report run, which is the membership statistics report. And this gives you about 15 slides of different data, including member retention, and retention of accounts, canceled business, canceled members, penetration rate, and so forth. And we are available to give you more specific data and information on how dynamic chamber benchmarking works. We have a webinar coming up on the 18th of February. The HERO team is also available by phone and web meeting if you have questions or would like an individual tour of dynamic chamber benchmarking. And let's see, I believe that is most of what we wanted to cover today. We do want to have a little time for question and answer, and I believe there may be a few people with hands raised. So if you do have questions, we invite you to type those in, and we will be happy to address any question that you have. Or if Susan, do you have anything you'd like to add at this time? Any additional points here?
No, I think that's good. That's I think overview of what we offer. And as Sarah said, if you have any questions after the webinar, I know this is a lot of information, and you want to contact either of us later, please don't hesitate. We would love to hear your questions and work with you.
And we can just show you, again, if you click on Ask ACCE, this is one place you can contact us under our email, our virtual reference desk, or you can also go back to About, who we are, and then view our ACCE staff listing. And I think there may not be any questions so far. We will have this session recorded, and I think, yep, I'm not seeing any questions. So, oh, there is a question. Let's see here. Are there any thoughts about bringing back live membership Circle of Champions webinars?
Circle of webinars relating
to the Circle of Champions.
You know, we're open to any ideas for webinars that you all are interested in holding, and if you have any suggestions or ideas or topic areas, I am all ears. I'm also in charge of or working in the professional development field on all topic areas, so I would love to hear things that worked in the past that you like to see again, ideas that you have for the future, and so please, we'd love to hear your thoughts about that.
And just another mention about ACCE University, you can always go back and view the previous recordings through ACCEU online here, and there are several membership-specific webinar recordings, and these are all available through YouTube. Many are between 30 and some are up to 45 and 50 minutes, and great resources to download and use for your membership team, your membership development work, and as Susan mentioned, we're always looking for ideas. Just as Susan's looking for ideas for webinars, we're always looking for your samples in the information portal. So I think, let's see here, I believe that is all the questions that we've received. If you do have any further questions, we do invite you to reach out to us, contact us. This is being recorded and will be available on the ACCE University page, as well as on the Hero demo page, which we have here, Hero webinars. This is actually where you can also sign up for dynamic chamber benchmarking webinars, where we have our next one coming up on February 18th. So I think with that, we really thank you for your time. We appreciate you joining us, and we look forward to hearing from you. We hope you will contact us, connect with us, connect with the LinkedIn groups, and use the different resources that we've showed you. Always open to hearing your feedback, and thank you again so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Bye.